Okay, guys, so I have spoken about yield farming before. I created a few different short videos for farming NFTART Finance, but this is a longer video. I want to go more in depth. So, what exactly are you doing when you're yield farming? So, I'm over here on enter.blog. This is a great site for anything related to NFTART Finance. So right here at the top, you have listed yield farming with NFT art, and it's just talking about some things. But what we want to focus on right here is this part. Excuse me. What do the new farms mean for NFT art? So it's built on top of version 2 PancakeSwap, the liquidity pool. So all the liquidity in the farms will expand the liquidity of the V2 pool on PancakeSwap, which has the highest volume. Results in smaller price impacts from trades. That's very important. If there was less liquidity, the price would rock violently up or down whenever trades happen. So this is good. The more people that farm, the more people that add liquidity, the more stable the price of the token is. They had Dibs.money, they had Yield Wolf, we had Auto Shark, but I'm not sure if Dibs is still around. I don't think it is, not for our token, but Yield Wolf, I believe there's this very minuscule amount that's still on there. I was in that before, but I got out. So anyway, let's go down here to what is yield farming. You're providing liquidity to a protocol in return for transactional fees and token rewards. The transactional fees are a small amount. What you want to focus on here is the token rewards. And this is not a third-party farm, guys. This is a native farm, which makes it a lot better. I believe we get more rewards because of that. You are providing liquidity for a pairing, which is NFTR and BNB, and you're getting a percentage of the fees proportional to your share of the pool, and you're getting rewards. You're staking your liquidity in this farm, and guys, you can get a massive amount of rewards through yield farming, not from this token, not right now, unless you have, you're talking $5,000 or $10,000 or more in it. But a lot of farms, they just constantly move their funds from one farm to another, searching for millions of dollars. You can do that. It's very tedious, though. It's a very high risk. Farming is like staking on steroids. Let's see. Yeah, so down here, compared to staking, you do have additional risk, which is impermanent loss. Permanent loss simply is what happens if you do not hold your two tokens, NFTART and BNB, separately. If you're not holding them separately, which you're not doing in the farm, you experience impermanent loss anytime the price of either token moves up or down. If the price of both tokens stayed exactly the same all the time, you would have no impermanent loss. But that doesn't happen, so you experience impermanent loss, but it's not realized. It is an unrealized loss. Once you remove your tokens from the farm, you still have your liquidity intact. So you still have not realized those losses. Once you go over to PancakeSwap and remove your LP and break that, you receive your NFT art and your BNB separately back into your wallet, and that's when you experience your impermanent loss. It's a very high risk. It's a very high reward too. But the benefits of farming right now, these two tokens are massively more beneficial than just holding them separately. That cannot be overstated. You can be holding 50 or 100 trillion, if not more, in NFT art, and you're still not going to be making the same amount. I would even say if you're between 500 trillion and 1,000, depending on what the volume is, you're still not going to be making more on a daily basis than you would farming. As opposed to you taking that 500 trillion to one quad. Yeah, as opposed to taking that 500 trillion to one quad and farming it out. Half in BNB and half in NFTR. You just can't compare the two. You're talking about, do you have the proper risk to reward ratio? Do you have the proper risk appetite? Can you afford to do this? And here's something else. Due to the deflationary and reflectionary properties of NFT art, permanent loss gives a different result when BNB is a falling or stagnant asset. In this case, NFT art is converted to BNB instead of the opposite. So then we have APR. I'm going to go into this in a second. APR, APY, down towards the bottom. Actually, let's go back up. So, yeah, I already explained this, and I'm going to explain it more in a second. I'm going to do another live demo. So when you want to unstake your LP tokens, this is important. You just withdraw them from the farm, and you go back to PancakeSwap, and you break the LP pair. You remove your tokens, and you get each token back in your wallet. Important to remember, there's a 10% transactional fee when transferring to or from LP tokens. The LP tokens don't have any tax when moved or staked, but when you create the LP, when you create it to add it into the farm, there is a 10% fee, and then when you break it to remove those tokens, there's a 10% fee. Let's see. Okay, so now let's go to here. This is in the pinned messages inside the Discord for NFTART Finance. So this is the stat sheet, which I believe it's either updated once every 5 minutes or once every hour. The daily APR right now is 0.27%. So if you multiply that by 30 days, your monthly APR would be like 8% of whatever you actually have in the farm. That's my understanding of it. So if you have $5,000, if you have $5,000 in LP tokens in the farm, you'd be getting 8% of that every month. That's my understanding. And then the yearly APR is 97%. The APY, which is compounded APR, is not. APY is compounded rewards. For weekly, you have 262%, and monthly, 254%. And you have to be compounding this manually yourself every day to get that. Or I'm not exactly sure if you have to do this once a week or once a month to get that. But I do it several times a week usually. Total amount of LP tokens in the farm. There are 70 tokens total in the farm. The amount of NFT art that is in the farm is 289 trillion. Total BNB is 141. Total volume in the farm, 80,665. So down here is where you have the split of BNB and NFT art, and this is changing constantly, guys, because of your the price movement and permanent loss. Right now, one LP token equals 2.01 in BNB tokens and 4.13 in NFT art, and one LP token is $1,151. This price can move up or down. If the price is volatile, this can move up or down. Right now, several $100s in a day, if not within a few hours, because the liquidity is increasing, but it's not so great that the price is like a stable coin. It will probably never be like that. So you just need to remember that. Now, you connect your wallet, and then go over to the liquidity tab, choose add liquidity, you want to choose BNB and NFTART Finance. And then choose add liquidity. So let's just say I want to add $5. Actually, yeah, let's just see if we can get it to $5 here. Whatever amount you choose up here on BNB, it will auto adjust. You have to have 50% of each token to create a pair. So I'm just adding $5 of each token. And down here is telling me this is what I'm going to get for, this is the price for each one. That's how much NFTR, per BNB. Down here, the slippage, obviously you need 12% on PancakeSwap. LP reward APR, just ignore that. That doesn't matter, really. And then you hit supply. And it tells you how much you're getting, how much your BNB NFTR LP pair you're getting. 0.007 because I'm only putting $10 in. And then you hit supply. Now you're going to take this liquidity pair, which I've just received, and you're going to go over to farm.enter.art and deposit that liquidity pair in the farm, which is what I'm doing right now. Remember, you can do this on YouTube or MetaMask, it doesn't matter. Want to make sure this hamburger menu right here, you want to make sure you are on BNB Smart Chain. Okay, so once you're on BNB, unlock your wallet, connect, select. So sometimes you have to approve first, but must have already done it before. So this is how many tokens I have in the farm right now. These are my rewards running. So I'm just going to hit deposit. And you can choose any amount here. You can adjust. So if you have 0.001 tokens, you can choose less than 0.001, I guess, if it allows you to. I'm just going to choose the max amount. I don't really understand why that number is like that, but... And it barely increased my LP tokens, but the point is to show a live demonstration. And here are your rewards. And I believe these rewards are coming from transaction fees. I heard that something about AVAX, but I'm not sure if it's AVAX or BNB combined, or AVAX, BNB, and NFTART combined. I'm not really sure. The point is, this is how you do it. This shows how many tokens you have staked. This shows how many you have earned. And by the way, if you have, let's say you have around 10 grand in the farm right now with the price today, you're talking between $25 and $30 a day in rewards in the farm right now. That's pretty good. I'm not sure if the farm will continue to stay around. I'm assuming it will, because this is a native farm. That's really good, guys. If you can farm like this consistently, I've been doing it since day one, and if you can continue to get those kind of rewards, you just can't compare it to staking at all. The benefits are by far outweigh staking, which in this sense, I don't mean like ETH staking. I mean just holding the token. I lost almost everything I ever bought in this token until the first day of the farm, and since then I've been dollar cost averaging, and I've been in profit since, I believe it was September the 16th when the farm started. I've been in pure profit the whole time, and it also helps that the project has been improving and evolving. So anyways, I hope you guys got something out of that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you do like it, go ahead and hit the like. I don't really have any subscribers. I'm not really a YouTuber. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm not a content provider at all. I'm just learning all this. But if you do like it, go ahead and like and hit the subscribe button, and I will see you on the trail.